welcome to our latest tutorial, how to replace the LEDs on your circuit board to get some cool stuff. So I just want to show you a little demo here of what we're going to be showing you what to do. So you can take this, it only stays on for a second, but as you can see, 4 different colors there, right? So usually what you do is you only pick one of those, but I'm going to turn off the light here. Trying not to drop my laptop off as I plug it in, but here we go. And here we go, white, green, blue, and red. Looks cool, huh? Alright, so this is actually kind of tough to do, but you can do it. So what we're going to go through and attempt to show you in this tutorial is how to replace those LEDs. Now, it's different on every board. There's different boards for different things. So there's a lot of stuff that you're going to need to pay attention to, and you're definitely going to want to get the printed tutorial because we're going to have lots of pictures in it. It's going to be on our site under the tutorial section. Look for the LEDs. But you need to make sure you know the positive and the negatives on each one, because polarity is important, the positive and the negative. So on this one, I've shown you this. We're going to do a different one, but I just want to show you, you disassemble your controller just as we've shown before. I'm going to pop this circuit board out here, set this off to the side, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be showing you on a wired controller, because it's missing that little charge dock here, and it's just a lot easier to work with. And I've been attempting to do this for a few weeks now, and I'm just going to let you guys know right off the bat, it's really hard to do with all the lighting that we do here, just so you can have a really good shot. So I'm going to do my best to keep it in focus without moving the circuit board, but I really like to grab it and kind of move the circuit board around with my soldering iron. So let's get right to it and get to the next screenshot here. This is what the board looks like when it's disassembled, and you can see those LEDs on there. They look really nice. Let me do that one more time. There you go. And we are going to change them out. Alright, so here we have our zoomed in shot of the circuit board. There's a couple things I want to go over. First off, when you order your LEDs from us, you're going to get a little pack like this. Okay, they're really tiny. They're taped down right here, and we need to talk about what's positive and negative, because positive and negative on these is very important. There's a little green triangle on the back of each LED, and on that green triangle, the flat side of the triangle is the, let's just call it the positive part. The triangle point is pointing to the negative. So you just want to keep that in mind, and I'm sure I'll have a graphic to superimpose up. On the wired controllers, you want to follow a certain path point, and that is on number 1, the top is negative, the bottom is positive. On number 2, the bottom is positive, the top is negative. Let's see, number 3, let's see, it's pretty much that same way. So, or the negative, positive for number 3, and negative, positive for number 4. So negatives on top, positives on bottom. So the best way that I've found, I got to give credit to Llama here, to do it is their method that they have taught to remove the LEDs, and that is to kind of, they say bathe it in solder, which doesn't mean go crazy, because you want to be very careful not to get any of these circuit board spots burnt. So let me tell you that also. Make sure you're using like a 25-watt soldering iron. Okay, you don't want to go crazy with the soldering iron here. Okay, you don't need tons and tons of juice to melt this. Alright, so one of the first things I want to make sure you guys all understand to do is to make sure your iron is hot. Okay, that'll be the first thing that if you're not familiar with soldering, you're going to be like, why isn't it melting? It's because you haven't heated up your iron. So you want to get a nice little bubble of solder on there. Hopefully you can see that bubble. And then what we're going to want to do is just kind of go on both sides of this and just touch one side, and they usually just wipe right off. There we go. Just boom, came right off. Then you just, that's if you bathe it in solder. Okay? And you can just put it off to the side here. I just use a rag and I wipe it off. And then you can go back and actually get those lights if you really want to and reuse them later on. Same thing down here on D3. Just soak this bad boy in solder. Sorry, I hope I didn't just unfocus it. So much easier when you can move the circuit board. Looks like the picture's still good. Good to go. Now, you do not want to, I repeat, you do not want to grab onto this with tweezers because you will snap that LED, then you're screwed. There you go, we're going to try and get number 4 off. There we go. When they come off real quick, and you got to be real careful not to burn the board. Okay, so once you have all the stuff off, I'm going to switch over to my nice iron that I have here. That was what you're going to have. You want to just make sure you clean those contacts off. Be careful not to, once again, touch the black part. If you just rub across, it kind of just scrubs some of the junk off. And it also puts the solder right back where you need it to be. It'll be in little bubbles. So hopefully you can see that. Just making sure this one looks good. Yeah. So we've got nice little bubbles of solder. Now you can, if you do this right, from this point forward, you're not going to have to use any extra solder, which is what I like to do. So let me make sure I've got my good camera angle here. There we go.